Hi, my name's Persia Juliet, and welcome to this water practice. In this particular practice, we'll be exploring a circular style of movement, and it's known as Mandala, a Mandala flow. I love this movement to warm and juicify up the hips, just to open up the lower body, gifting you sensations of more like fluidity, flow, ease, physically, energetically throughout your day. But there's also a much deeper symbology to this. And I have no right to speak for you. I could never do that. But I feel like often in myself and what I observe in teaching yoga is so often we come onto the mat and we set intentions of like what we want. I'm here because I want this. I want to receive this. And there's something about the symbology and beauty of a mandala, whether it's seen in India or Tibet, China, my gosh, all around the world, really, particularly with Buddhists, is the amount of effort that goes in for the colored sand grains, in India, the colored rice, to make these beautiful artistic shapes that are stunning. You think, gosh, you want to keep it and save it and mount it on your wall. But no, it's only to either sweep the whole thing away or to have the wind come and just whew, swipe it clean. So there's something really beautiful about this, to practice for the devotion of it, to practice for the art form of a moving meditation rather than I'm here because I want to get this thing. It's a very, very beautiful shift of mind and approach. So let's consider this. And I invite you to rest your eyes down. Move your hands up and down your thighs a few times so you get a sense of this beautiful, tangible house that you get to explore, exploring all the edges, front, back, left, right. And now allow your hands just to land somewhere on your thighs. If you'd like more, curl your index fingers in to softly touch your thumbs. And join me now for a deep breath in through your nose and an open mouth. Because without devotion, commitment is a hiding place. So perhaps your intention today is a little bit more of the devotional flavor. I invite you to draw your palms together in an offering, different than an asking, an offering at your heart, Anjali Mudra. And please join me for the beautiful seed sound of Aum, A-U-M. And there's a translation to this, deeply connected with Tantra, that actually Aum means yes. Yes to your life. Yes to the experiences that you have. So here we go. Take a deep breath in. Feel ready, just rest your hands, softly blink open your eyes, and let's join each other in the classical tabletop shape. So hands and knees right in the middle of your yoga mat, and then we'll begin with a few cow and cats, gorgeous and simple. So I encourage you to inhale first, lift up your tailbone and your chin gently. And then exhale, curve your tailbone down. Consciously push into the palms of your hands and lift your belly up. Good. Inhale, breath, move your tailbone. Draw your heart forward and up through your arm bones. And then exhale first, curve your tailbone down. Push into the earth. Let it support the rounding of your spine. Gorgeous. Take a few more, please, in your own rhythm. And really get curious. Feel all the little crevices and little nuances of your ever-changing body. Beautiful. And then as you return to a neutral spine, just anything for your wrists. I like to lean on one hand, take the other off the floor, little wrist roll, a little bit of a starburst through the fingers, waking up, and then switch to the other side. You know, it's a brief practice, but still, wrists are just such a petite little joint, and it's a lot of body weight coming down on them. So please walk your hands 2 inches ahead of your shoulders, spread your fingers, turn your index fingers forward. That's really important. As you tuck your toes under, slowly press your hips back and up to the sky. In this first down dog, definitely bend one knee and then the other. Just paddle through your legs. Hello, hamstrings. Hello, calf muscles. You know, and smile. If it's one of the stiff days, great. Better that you're doing this, yeah? Rather than not. Good. So settle in your first downward facing dog. I really do recommend to soften the backs of your knee joints and let that help you turn your sitting bones up, push from your outer shoulders into your outer hands, and then settle your gaze directly in between your feet. Find your breath. And the sweet rhythm will become the guide. Good. And as you find your breath, take your eye gaze forward and slowly walk your feet forward towards the top of your yoga mat. Set your feet a hip width apart for now. Bring your hands on your shin bones. Inhale, lift your chest up until you feel like your spine is parallel to the floor. And then exhale, bow and fold over your legs. Ooh, if you're crunchy like I am, one more time. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, fold down, Uttanasana. Now, if all's feeling well with your spine, feel free to catch opposite elbows and enjoy the freedom just to swing and sway side to side. When you enjoy this freedom, settle into a still point. Allow the top of your skull to empty its contents to the floor. Rest the backs of your hands down to the earth. Please soften your knees, ground your heels, and very slowly roll up through your spinal column, bone by bone by bone. And when the weight of your skull lifts up, take your shoulders, lift them as high as you can up to your ears, and then exhale, roll your shoulders back and down. And Tadasana is not nothing. It's such a beautiful, beautiful posture. So settle your feet hip width apart. Lift your toes up. Sense your inner arches lifting. Maintain that lift as you relax your toes down. Hug your shins in. Does that light up your inner thighs? Lengthen your tailbone down. Wrap your glutes around your sitting bones. And then a little bit, tummy in and up, just supporting your spine. Let's salute Surya, the sun, giving thanks for another day to experience a human life. Inhale, go wide and high with your arms reaching up. Exhale, bow and fold over your legs. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. Something a little different. Flatten your hands and exhale, step back to down dog. This is my preference for the practice. Inhale, roll forward into a high plank and stay here a little while, I promise. So in your high plank, is it possible to rock forward and back a few times on your feet, just really warming the fascia of your feet? And if you need something gentler, you can also pop your knees down to the floor to lessen the body weight. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower forward and down to the earth. Your elbows stacking over your wrist joints. Now, once you're down, hug your elbows in quite snug and inhale, lift your chest to the baby cobra. Just a little back bend. Exhale, push back through bent knees. Please tuck your toes under. Press your hips to your heels. Hands forward and let your head go down, down, down. This is called active child's pose. And from this beautiful opening stretch, inhale, round your spine forward like a cat that just woke up. And exhale, push your hips back, downward facing dog. Receive breath in through your nostrils and out through your nose or mouth. In and out. This dance of receiving and then the art of just handing it back, giving it all back. As you blink your eyes open and look forward, play and step just your right foot forward first to the top of your mat, followed by your left foot forward. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. Exhale, fold over your legs. Good, now lead with your chest. Inhale, sweep up to standing. Lift your arms above your head. Exhale, collect Anjali Mudra. Let it land at your heart. And really consider this mudra is an offering. So what are you going to offer of yourself today? The generosity of your spirit, your vibrancy. Beautiful. And honoring the sun that's always here, shining on you, even through the clouds. So eyes open, big breath. Bow forward over your strong legs. Lift your chest. Flat palms, use your other leg, step back. Downward facing dog. Ripple forward through your spine, high plank. And on the second one, can you take your hips and just swing them side to side, waking up different parts of you, central parts, your core. Good. Now launch forward on your toes, broaden your collarbones, and very slowly again, lower forward and down. I'm going to join you for an interesting variation. Take your hands wider than your yoga mat onto the floor. Lift your elbows up over your wrist joints. And from the back of your heart, inhale, lift your chest. Dancing cobra. And exhale to wave down. Again, inhale, lift from the back of your heart. But this time, turn your vision, look all the way over your right shoulder toward your right heel. Good. Sneaky back to center and wave down. Good. Third and last time. There's a beautiful, beautiful Balinese teacher here, and he calls this one the angry cobra, which is kind of cute. Wave all the way down. Good. Flatten your hands underneath your shoulders. Push up through bent knees. Tuck your toes. Active child's pose. Notice what you feel here in your central armpits. Rebound, inhale, round forward. Exhale, press your thighs back, down dog. Okay. Now, whenever there's repetition, there's room for refinement. So little things here, as you turn your sitting bones up, is it possible to press back through your inner and your outer thighs? Increase the sensation through the backs of your legs and even your calf muscles, right? We want to keep some length back there too. Last breath. Beautiful. And then look forward and just consciously step your left foot forward first, followed by your right foot forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, sweep wide and high to the sky. Collect your mudra. Move it from sky to heart. Rest your eyes. And breathe into this moment. Presence yourself. Remember your feet. And let's continue. Open up your eyes. Bend through your knees. Play with brushing your yoga mat. And then lift your arms up. Chair, Utkatasana. It's very, very common to load weight into your knee joints here. So lean back, back, back into your heels as best as you can. Awaken your glutes. They're really big muscles that can help you. And sense, this is more detailed, but like you're lifting up your interior and softening your exterior. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, lift your sitting bones up. Prepare, halfway lift breath in. And now here, step your left foot back into a long, deep lunge pose. Is it possible to have your fingertips down on the floor? As you inhale, lengthen your front leg. Now, if your hamstrings feel a little tight today, you might need to walk your fingers back. And please know you can grab blocks and put them underneath your hands to help as well, okay? When you're ready, rebend your front knee and make a point here to pull your heart forward, and then counter that, press your left heel back so you're adding some spice to your experience. Now with rhythm, breath in, find your lunge as you, one more pulsation. Beautiful, find your lunge. Place your left hand wider to the left, turn your left index finger more to the left. Slowly peel your right arm up to the sky. This is a low lunge with a twist. Now just to reference here, it's really common to roll your left shoulder forward. Just draw it back behind you, shoulder stability. Present your heart forward and up, and then lean back on the support of your left arm. One more generous breath. Exhale, right hand down to the floor. Now it's gonna get interesting. Pivot your body to the left of your yoga mat, straightening your legs. Please turn your left toes out on a 45-degree angle. Bend at your left knee, sit into deep skandasana, and I'm going to encourage you to lift your right toes off the floor. Now, if you're a little newer to yoga, you might need to bend into your right knee or be up a little bit higher. Not a problem at all. Yeah. We're going to take it sweet and easy. So point and flex your right foot. Getting into your hips. Hello. And then please let your hands help you out. You can push into the floor. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. And then, repeat on the other side. And play. One of the things I love about living in Bali is all the wild cats. They're everywhere. So you want to think like you're a cat stalking your prey. Stay nice and low. Crawl to the back of your yoga mat. Lower your back knee down with a softness. And slowly lift your arms up to the sky. Ardha Anjaneyasana, the half lunge. So push down into your front foot. Really sense that you're lifting your pubic bone up and leveling out your pelvis. Okay, we're gonna add on. So take a deep breath in. Grab the sky with your hands and exhale, draw your elbows back. Inhale, arms up. Please feel free to add a baby back bend. And then exhale, pull your elbows back and shorten your ribs to your frontal hips. Yeah, one more time. Awesome. As you lift your arms here, lift your heart and enjoy, please, a back bend. One of the expressions of this posture is to look like a crescent moon through the side of your body. Good. And then return your active hands down to the floor. Lift up your back knee. Step back to downward facing dog. And join me for a little flow. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, your very first Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, big upward dog. Preferably your knees are off of the floor here. And then from your abdominal muscles, roll over your toes. Press back. Downward facing dog. Generous breath in. Any kind of sigh. Beautiful. And then lift your same right leg up to the sky. Roll open at your hip, bend into your knee, and make a point to push your left heel down. So it's a delicious hip yawn. Also, I like to call this dog finds tree pose. Square your hips, take a big breath in. Tiger curl, exhale. This means draw your knee forward and stack your shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, lengthen back, but also up. Exhale, step forward, boom, low lunge. So here we are again, your right heel underneath your right knee. Inhale, lengthen your front leg. This time, descend the weight of your head. Exhale, rebend your front knee, and like you're a cute little turtle, pull your head forward. Good, 2 more. And let your breath become the leader of the movement. and your body just following the rhythm. Left palm down, turn your left index finger out, peel your right arm up to the sky, lift through your heart, and start to explore letting the back of your skull move in space behind you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hand down to the floor. I'm going to turn my back to you. Here we go. And you want to pivot and square through the feet. Now here, turn your left toes out on a 45, bend your left leg so your right toes are up. We're getting a little bit more juicy now, but feel free to point and flex if you need it. With your hips down low, pivot and repeat on your second side. Keep your hips low, stalk now the front of your yoga mat. Lower your back knee down to the floor and inhale, lift your arms up, half lunge. Okay, take the sky with your hands, big breath. Pull your elbows back with a follow your own rhythm. And focus on the little details like why pull the elbows back? Can you feel that shortening of your rectus abdominis? Inhale, arms up, heart up, lean back to the degree where you're like, oh yes, yoga was the right choice. And then active hands down on the floor. Tuck your back toes, step back to downward facing dog pose. If you're in the mood, it's always optional. High plank, lower halfway. A back bend that never ever hurts your spine. Press back to downward facing dog. Big generous breath in. Feel free to let out a little sound at home. And then look forward, step walk or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift your chest halfway. Exhale, bow, fold over your legs. To chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, lift your arms. Just have a moment to feel it. Also let your blood settle. Prepare with a breath. And then come on up to stand. Let your arms relax down by your sides. And if for any reason you feel like just putting your hands on your own body, please do. Might be a hand on your heart, hand on your tummy. There's this dance of like stimulation to wake up, met with self-regulation to land and be home in your beautiful body. And when you feel your heart rate calming down, that's the perfect time to move again. So here we are. Open up your eyes, please. Bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Let's stay a while and feel these subtleties, like from your two sitting bones almost hugging towards each other. Lift up your interior all the way to the top of your head. And then soften your shoulders, soften your skin, soften your vision. Prepare. Bow. Halfway lift. This time, please step your right foot back. Big long lunge. Grab your blocks if you need them. Lengthen your front leg. Check into your left hamstrings. Rebend into your left leg. And now start to add the details. So lengthen your left leg. Can you draw your forehead toward your kneecap? Good. And then rebend and pull the center of your heart forward so you're consciously lengthening your underbody. One more pulsation. Good. I'm going to turn my back to you one more time. So let's go on a journey. Pivot to the right side of your yoga mat. Turn your right toes out. Deep Skandasana with your left toes up. And now if you're feeling more juicy, things are going more well, that's an interesting thing to say. Take your hands off the floor in a prayer, right? And now just use your legs to pivot and position. This is a big one, but could you play without touching the floor? Pivot, wee! Find your low lunge, and then lift your arms up to the sky. Now in the second round, we're gonna do something different. So again, take the sky with your hands, pull your elbows wide and all the way down, okay? And then free your arms, move them forward and up so your spine rounds a little bit. Grab the sky, let your heart go forward and your elbows back. Nice, one more big wave, big circle. And then a back bend of your degree. So arms up, heart up. See if you can soften your shoulders down a little bit. And through lifting up your chest and your vision, play with a depth that feels healthy and comfortable. Inhale, come up. Exhale, active hands down to the floor. Lift through your back knee. Step back to the down dog pose. High plank if you wish. Four-limbed staffed pose. Upward facing dog, or of course cobra. And downward facing dog pose. Settle your eyes. Feel your breath. And just like the beauty, time, and dedication of a mandala, how well do you allow things in? And how willing are you to let them go? It's a big, big dance, big journey. So inhale, lift your left leg up. Bend at your knee joint, roll open your hip, press your right heel down, down, down for hip yawn. And then square your hips and tiger's curl, knee toward your chest. Inhale, lengthen back, but also up, so you wake up the lower part of your glutes. And then exhale, step through low lunge position. Curl into yourself as far as you can go. And ride your lunge. I believe there's 2 more pulsations. 3 being such a beautiful number. Lots of meaning and sacredness to the number 3. Ooh, okay. And then turn please to your right. This time you're going to turn your right toes out 45. So these are deep skandhasanas. Like any knee injuries, sensitivities, just keep your hands on the floor. You want more? Hands up like a prayer. Use your muscles to pivot to the other side. And like it's an experiment, pivot to the front of your mat. Softly lower your back knee down and then lift your arms up. And in this half lunge, grab the sky. Pull your elbows wide. Really let your heart go forward from your shoulders. And then lower your arms down and imagine like you're just rounding your spine. So you get the flexion and then the extension. One more shoulder flossing wave. Good. And then we'll play with your crescent moony shape. So arms up, heart up, go to the degree that you're like, yeah, this feels awesome. You could always lunge a little bit deeper here. Just be mindful of collapsing. And then inhale, neutral spine first. Exhale, 2 hands down to the floor. This is it. Back toes are tucked. Lift your back knee. Step back to Adho Mukha. Come forward. Lower. A back bend that feels delicious. Downward facing dog pose. Steady your vision, your eyes between your feet. Regulate your breath. If you're in the mood, join me for a little bit of a sigh. Nice. Then I'm going to invite you to come down to child's pose. So knees perhaps as wide as your yoga mat. There's no pressure. Walk your arms further forward. If your back's sensitive, you can grab a cushion, pop it underneath your head. Otherwise, just let your head go down. As you enjoy child's pose just for a few more moments, please feel free to sigh. Let some of the heat and the stimulus soften so you better feel grounded and centered. From your child's pose, please walk your arms in, lift your head and your chest up. And 2 choices. 1, you can lay down on your back, enjoy a Shavasana, or continue with some hip stretches and hip warming. Or you can simply sit and join me here. So feel free to grab a cushion if time is precious today. Elevate your hips a little bit above your knees. And once you feel comfy, rest your eyelids down. And we started our journey with hands palms down. So what about now? Just turning your palms up to the sky. You can touch your index fingertips to your thumb tips softly. Deep breath in. Let out a generous, just a moment of space. As your heart calms, palms together in Anjali Mudra at your heart. Perhaps the tone of this day is to participate in life in a non-transactional way. To engage with beauty, which is seen in people, animals, and nature, for the sake of beauty, for the sake of the experience, rather than it being something that you're getting, yeah? Something to tick off your list. So translate what that means for you, what that feels like. So your brief practice of a full mandala, right? We did full circle both ways. Just taking a deep breath in and like wind blowing sand, letting it all wash away. Yeah. You want to join me now for one Om? If you choose to bow in this moment, have it be to life, like with awe and reverence. And to you at home, I thank you so much for taking the time to join me, for letting my voice be a guide. At the end of the day, it's your unique journey. So enjoy, participate fully, and I will see you next time. Bye.